Week 12 has wrapped up, folks. You know what that means. It's time to go around the league for scores, standings, Player of the Week awards, and so much more. But first, let's get started with scores. The Rams go into New York and defeat the Jets 41-22. Jared Goff throws 4 touchdowns to Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley, and Cooper Kupp. Atlanta is able to hold off Tampa Bay and escape from Bucs territory with a 28-21 win. Matt Ryan throws for 312 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 of them going to Calvin Ridley. The Bears maul the Vikings 35-7 at home behind the arm of Mitchell Trubisky. He throws 3 touchdowns and 2 of them go to Allen Robinson. The ground game also helps out as Tariq Cohen ends the day with 2 rushing touchdowns. We saw our Ravens win their 4th in a row, beating the Jaguars 33-16. The ground game leads the way to victory as they get 3 combined scores, 2 from Justice Hill and the other from Mark Ingram. The Steelers barely keep their win streak alive, extending it to 9, winning a close game at home against the Eagles 31-28. The Steelers defense forces 2 turnovers as Ben Roethlisberger throws for 3 touchdowns in the win. The Patriots come back from a 10-point deficit and win at home against the Raiders 20-16. Tom Brady throws 2 interceptions, but makes up for it with 2 touchdowns on the day, both going to Julian Edelman. The Packers win a back-and-forth contest down in New Orleans against the Saints 27-24. Equanimous St. Brown catches 2 of Aaron Rodgers' 3 touchdown passes in the win. The Cardinals prevail over Washington in a close one, 23-20. Kyler Murray passes for 253 yards and a touchdown to go along with running back Chris Thompson's rushing touchdown. It was kicker Giorgio Tavecchio who was the hero, kicking the game-winning field goal as time expired. The Chargers get a win at home against the Colts 28-17 to make it 7 in a row. Phillip Rivers continues to play well with a 4-touchdown day as Keenan Allen finishes with 114 yards receiving. The Panthers go into Mile High and leave victorious 24-14. Cam Newton finishes the day with 2 total touchdowns, 1 rushing and the other passing to Greg Olsen. The 49ers win at home and thwart the upset by the Dolphins 31-29. The running game of San Francisco has a big day as Matt Breida runs wild for 141 yards and a touchdown, and Tevin Coleman gets a score on 49 yards rushing. Kansas City goes into Buffalo and beats the Bills by 3 points, 24-21 on Sunday night. Patrick Mahomes only throws 1 touchdown, but James White and Anthony Sherman help out with scores of their own on the ground. The Giants surprise Seattle at home on Monday night and invade the 12th man to win 31-16. Daniel Jones throws 2 touchdowns and Saquon Barkley carries the ball 20 times for 148 yards and 1 touchdown in the win. In the first of 3 Thanksgiving games, the Titans beat the Lions in Detroit 34-31. Adam Humphries has the big receiving day, racking up 120 yards and a touchdown as Marcus Mariota throws 2 of them in the win. Dallas wins at home in the second Thanksgiving Day game, beating the Browns 28-14. The Cowboys running game gets the job done as 3 different backs get rushing touchdowns. They are Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, and the rookie from Texas Tech, Chris Strickland. In the final game on Turkey Day, it's the Texans bowling over the Bengals in Houston 35-3. Deshaun Watson was the man, throwing 3 touchdown passes as Will Fuller helps out with 118 receiving yards and a score. Now let's take a look at standings first, starting with the AFC North. The Steelers continue to be in first place, 9 wins in a row now, 9-2 record on the year. Ravens now move up to second place in the division, 8-3. Browns down to third, 7-4, and the Bengals still in last place at 3-8. In the AFC South, the 2-way tie for first place is still there between the Texans and Titans at 6-5. Jaguars 4-7, Colts in last place, lose of 6 in a row now, 3-8. In the AFC East, it's the Jets and Patriots tied for first place. Patriots winners of 2 in a row now, both 6-5 records. Bills in third place at 4-7. Dolphins are 1-10, losers of their last 7. In the AFC West, It's the Chargers still atop, winners of 7 in a row, 9-2. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, Raiders, and Broncos all tied for second place, 4-7. In the NFC now, starting with the North, the Bears in first place, Packers tied for first place with them, both 8-3 records. Bears winners of 2 in a row, Packers hot streak, 5 in a row wins. Lions at 6-5 in third, Vikings are in last place at 2-9. In the NFC South, another two-way tie, seems to be a theme here. First place between the Falcons and Panthers, 7-4. Saints are 4-7, Bucks in last place at 2-9. In the NFC East, the Cowboys still atop in first place, 9-1-1, winners of 4 in a row. Eagles now losing 2 in a row, 6-4-1 in second place. Giants are 3-8 and in third, and the team in Washington in last place at 2-9. And finally, in the NFC West, the Cardinals rolling over at the division this year, 10-1 record in first place, winners of 5 in a row. The Niners are in second place at 8-3, Seahawks in third, 7-4, Rams in last place at 2-9. Now it's time to see who won the Player of the Week awards in Week 12 for both the AFC and the NFC. Started first here with the AFC. It's a pair of Steelers, as for the offense, it's quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. 310 yards and 3 touchdowns getting the award this week. And on the defensive side, it's Devin Bush, middle linebacker of the Steelers. 8 tackles, a sack, and an interception. Over to the NFC side of things now, it's quarterback Matt Ryan of the Falcons getting the award. 4 touchdowns in the game and 312 yards passing. And on the defensive side, it's Sean Murphy-Bunting, cornerback of the Buccaneers. 10 tackles and 1 interception getting the award this week. Congratulations to all the players who won the award this week in Week 12. Now let's take a look at the next game on the schedule for our Ravens here in Week 13. They will welcome the Cleveland Browns for the second meeting this year between these two teams. Last week, the Browns lost in Dallas 28-14. Browns now a 7-4 record, 2-2 in the division. This game will be for second place in the division. These two teams met back in Week 10. Ravens won that one, 27-24. Players to watch for the Browns in this one. Gotta start with the quarterback, Baker Mayfield, 4th in the NFL in passing yards. He also has 23 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. The running back, Nick Chubb, is tied for 2nd in the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 8. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with on this Browns team. Ravens have got to put a stop to him. It won't be easy because they have both him and Mayfield. You got to pick one or the other, I would think. And finally, Myles Garrett, the right end for the Browns. He's all over the field, really, for them. Team leader in sacks with 15.5 and tackle for loss with 16. He's also 2nd in team tackles behind the rookie, Akeem Moore. This game is going to be a fun one, and as I said, second place on the line. I wouldn't have it any other way. We're getting close to the end of the season here. Every game is important, and these games especially now are even more important for the fate of the AFC North. Let's bring it on home, shall we, with questions of the week for Week 13. The Ravens and the Browns meet again with second place in the division on the line. Who's going to walk away with bragging rights in this one? As I said in our team preview section, this is going to be a fun game to watch and call. I'm so excited to do this one. The Cowboys and Bears square off in a battle of top NFC teams. Who will win this anticipated matchup? The Cowboys are in second place in the NFC. Bears are in third place in the NFC. This will go a long way for playoff seeding and who gets that bye week heading into the playoffs. And our final question. Will the Steelers or Chargers win streak be snapped this week? The Steelers will play the Bengals while the Chargers will welcome the struggling Buccaneers to town. Both teams are on ridiculous win streaks. Steelers are 9 in a row. Chargers now at 7 in a row. Both teams are playing phenomenal, especially down the stretch. This is going to be a fun week to see if either of these teams' streaks will come to an end. And some of us say better to lose now than lose in the playoffs. So if you're going to lose, might be a good time to get out the way now with just a couple weeks left in the regular season. We'll see though what happens. Anyway, that is going to do it for the weekly recap video. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. I appreciate you all. And before we get out of here, though, I gotta make sure to get all the plugs out of the way. Make sure you all are subscribed. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell as well to get notified when videos go live for you. I also stream on Twitch, and I got a Twitter as well. I'll post those links in the description box down below. And until next time, guys, you know what to do. As always, keep on shining and keep on grinding. I will see you all in the next one.